Thanks for clicking on State of the City. My name is Todd Prafke. I'm the City Administrator here in St. Peter. And today we're kind of doing a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a new version. We're going to steal the Mythbusters. I don't know if you've watched the Mythbusters. Me and my kids used to watch it on the Discovery Channel and love that. So while we are not trying to launch a mannequin 5,000 feet in the air or something, we'll cover some questions that we get and try and make sure that we're providing some great information, dispelling the myth that might be out there related to that. So our first segment here is going to talk about the St. Peter Recreation Department. So the first myth is Recreational Leisure Services only handles parks and playgrounds. Well, no, that's not true. And in fact, how it works is that the physical stuff of the parks, the swings, the lawns, the play areas, the baseball fields, the soccer fields, that's all taken care of by Public Works. There's a Parks Department out of Public Works, and they're responsible for the capital improvements and the maintenance of those things. The Recreation Department does the programming for that stuff. So as an example, they manage the t-ball teams, the soccer teams, and the day camp, and the swimming pool. They hire in the lifeguards, do all that kind of stuff. In addition to that, Park and Recreation Department, which John Stutzman heads up, they also take care of the maintenance of the community center building. So I hope that answers some myths. And how does that fit together? We're organized a little bit different than most communities, but that's how that one fits together. So, question number 2. The Recreation Office and Community Ed are the same thing, right? No, the Community Education Office and Rec and Leisure Services are not the same thing. While they are located in the same building, and while they're not that far apart within that building, they work with a different set of resources and they have different missions as well. So, Community Ed is a subdivision of the school district and gets state and local funding for the programming that they offer. Traditionally, but not only, but traditionally, they work in the adult ed space or English as a second language space or things like that, where the Recreational Leisure Service Department, in addition to running the library, does, like I said earlier, t-ball and soccer and day camps and manages the pool and lifeguards and all of those kind of things. So their missions are, although similar, different. And so that's the difference. So Community Ed is headed up by Tammy Skinner. So if you have questions in that kind of realm, give her a call. Recreational Leisure Services, you can call our number or look on our website and get to the information that the Rec Department, we kind of commonly call it the Rec Department, does. Question number 3 is you have to pay for all Recreation and Leisure Services programming. That's not true. I will give you a kind of a cool factoid. Just about every week of the year, except maybe a holiday week, the Recreational Leisure Service Department, including the library, does usually over 50 programs, different kinds of things going on every week. All the way again from basketball opportunities to kids reading story time at the library. And so those things go on. Many of the things, in fact, actually a majority of the activities that go on and are available are free to the public. Senior movies, free to the public. Story time for kids, free to the public. Open gym, free to the public. So you can certainly check that out on our website and figure some of that stuff out or call them. But actually a majority of the programs that we offer are available and free to everyone. Question number 4 is about the library, which, as I said earlier, is classified under the Recreational Leisure Services Department. And I got to mention, the reason that we do that is because we don't have a research library. We just don't. It's not like a college library. It's a recreational library where you do fun things. And some of those fun things are not just books. Like we have packets and are developing packets for folks with certain disabilities that they can use. We have games and STEAM kits, and you can get a book bag for certain age kids when they're going on vacation to take the books on vacation so they can read it in the back of the van, so they're not always asking you, are we there yet? We have seeds, we have all kinds of different things that go on at the library, including great folks that work there, that if you have a question about where to find something or how to get a book, or to get a book, because we're interlocked with other libraries within our region, to get a book that may only be in Fairmont, we can get that couried to you here at our library and you can come and pick it up. So that is some fantastic stuff, including magazines and DVDs and CDs and Hoopla, which is an online program for you to be able to get services including books and audio and audiobooks. The list goes on. There's a lot of stuff there, so you can go to our webpage and find out more about that, but it's definitely not just books. Myth number 5. Recreation and Leisure Service Department is primarily for kids. It is not primarily for kids. It is really for everyone. And even though we talked a little bit earlier about community ed and on the education side, the recreation department, and I mentioned a couple of these before, we do everything from preschool activities to kids camps to senior movies. We have a senior center coordinator who does all kinds of programs with senior citizens and adults. We have adult kind of collaborative opportunities and offer cooking classes and all kinds of different things that really span every age group within our community. And so we are, frankly, super proud about that. Going back to that factoid of, more than 50 programs just about every week of the year are going on at the library or at the community center or at our parks that are really organized, put together, promoted, run, taught by folks that work for Recreational Leisure Services. So a big kudos to them, and thanks to all of you that participate. The numbers of participants that we have is in the thousands every year, and so we really appreciate that and the support that folks give, not only by, frankly, supporting some of it with fees, because some of them are fees with taxes, but also just being there and participating. And some of you even volunteer to lead some of these things, which is super cool too. So anyway, I went way past my 4 or 5 minutes, but thanks for clicking on State of the City. Hope to see you again next time.